and gentlemen, when we speak of Islamic civilization, we speak of legacy that changed the trajectory of humanity. From the House of Wisdom in Baghdad to the libraries of Cordoba, from the observatories of Samarkand to the universities of Fez, Muslim scholars cultivated a golden age of science. I would like to give some reference from the past. My background is science. I am chemist by training. So you see, the Al-Khwarizmi, whose work on algebra and algorithm underpins the very foundations of today's computing science, computer science itself. Ibn Sina, whose canon of medicine was studied in Europe for centuries. Al-Biruni, who measured the Earth's radius with astonishing accuracy, embodying the spirit of precision in science. Fatma al-Fihri, many of you very well aware of this lady who founded Al-Qarawaan University 1,000 years ago, reminding us that women were at the heart of Islamic intellectual tradition. Ladies and gentlemen, this legacy was not accidental. It was built on the Quranic ethos of IQRA, to read, to seek, to reflect, and on the prophetic teaching that seeking knowledge is a duty upon every Muslim, male and female. When I was thinking about what I should talk about the age of AI and a new turning point, and then I came across while I was surfing and Miss Amina Latif's. So a year ago, one presentation, one short 6 minutes, the video I was watching, there was a Quran and artificial intelligence. And it was really amazing that how she presented it. And then I would like to recommend everyone, it's worth watching this, where she mentioned that to say the artificial intelligence is artificial, but it is not artificial. And then she referenced also from the Quran. It is really worth watching, I would say. So this is when I was actually preparing my notes. So I would say that, ladies and gentlemen, today we find ourselves at another historic turning point. Artificial intelligence is no longer science fiction, it is a science fact, actually. Artificial intelligence powers the medical diagnostics, allowing doctors to detect diseases earlier. AI transforms education, offering personalized learning for every child. It drives economies from financial markets to agriculture, from climate modeling to space exploration. We are working a lot at ICESCO to bring this awareness about the space science applications, and then we are really getting deeper into this discussion that how this cutting edge technologies, I mean, especially the artificial intelligence, is helping this area. But you know, artificial intelligence is also a double-edged sword. I mean, many says this also when we talk on the artificial intelligence ethics, etc. ICESCO gives this artificial regulation and ethics, which are also under discussion with the different member states. As I mentioned, that it can be double-edged sword. It can empower or displace. It can reduce inequality or widen it. It can also serve the humanity or manipulate it. The Muslim world cannot afford to be passive consumer of artificial intelligence, just as our ancestors absorbed, advanced, and shared the knowledge with the world. We must critically engage with artificial intelligence through ethics, innovation, and global partnership. And when we talk about reviving heritage in AI era, what are the pathways forward? I have some thoughts which I would like to discuss with you or to share with you, that three key pathways we might take into consideration for reviving Islamic scientific heritage in this new age. Reclaiming, for example, number one is reclaiming the spirit of independent reasoning, what we called it, ijtihad. Our ancestors practiced intellectual courage. They questioned, they critiqued, and they expanded knowledge. And in the age of artificial intelligence, this independent reasoning means asking, how do algorithm reflects justice? How do artificial intelligence protect human dignity? How do we prevent technology from deepening surveillance or exploration? here lies a unique Muslim contribution, integrating ethical inquiry into technological design. While much of the world speaks of human-centered artificial intelligence, as I mentioned that I was going to the Miss Amina Latif's this presentation. So can't we envision technology guided by Tawheed, mercy, and responsibility? Number two, transforming education for future. Our universities, schools, and non-formal institutions and organizations may evolve into integrated center of knowledge. Imagine a university curriculum where Quranic studies converse the quantum computing. And you know how you see that how important it is. The year 2025 is the year of the quantum computing. United Nations declared this year as a quantum computing the year, where artificial intelligence models are used to study classical Arabic text or to preserve endangered Muslim manuscripts, where the young students are trained not only as engineers and coders, but as ethical leaders grounded in Islamic values. Ladies and gentlemen, this integration is not new, what I'm talking about. It revives the spirit of our forefathers. For example, Al-Ghazali, who merged philosophy and faith, of Ibn Rushd, who bridged reason and revelation. There might be the questions, concerns, or the different thoughts, but these are the things which can be considered or could be thought about. Number three is building global Muslim scientific network or the global Islamic world, the scientific networks. There are several networks if we see around the organizations and the OIC, the umbrella, but maybe this kind of the network is important. In the golden age, knowledge traveled freely across the Muslim world. Today, digital technologies allow us to create a similar knowledge networks. Islamic World Knowledge Cloud, where digitized manuscripts from Timbuktu, Cairo, and Istanbul are accessible to all. Excuse me. Artificial intelligence powered translation platforms that enable cross linguistic learning across Arabic, Urdu, Turkish, Malay, and beyond. Research consortia linking Muslim scientists from Jakarta to Rabat, from Islamabad to Dakar. This would not only honor our past, but also enable us to shape the future of global science. From the organization and the platform I come from, what we are doing there, I would like to highlight some of the initiatives. At ICESCO, we are striving to translate these aspirations into actions. Digital heritage and artificial intelligence. We are investing in projects to digitize Islamic manuscripts, making them accessible to researchers worldwide and using artificial intelligence to analyze and preserve them. Science, technology, innovation policies. We support our member states in developing science, technology, and innovation strategies aligned with artificial intelligence, national visions, and sustainable development goals. Capacity building in artificial intelligence. Through training workshops and partnerships, ICESCO equips young researchers and entrepreneurs with AI skills while emphasizing ethics and Islamic values. Flagship initiatives. Recently, we're planning to advance a program like Access ICT, focused on inclusive and assistive technologies, ensuring that innovation is not only cutting edge, but also inclusive, serving the most vulnerable in our societies. Space and frontier technologies. We started in 2021 the space science applications, and then we have gathered like 40 countries, the space agencies and institutions, organizations to train the youth in member countries on model satellite training workshops, aerospace symposiums, and disaster management and climate action applications of space science in these areas. Even we have started the space medicine training workshops. So these are the cutting edge activities at least we need to bring to the awareness to the member countries or to the people who are, impoverished or in the least or the developing countries, or they have the least access. ICESCO has convened the global conferences on space science, artificial intelligence, chat GPT, smart agriculture, bringing together thought leaders and practitioners to shape transformative solutions. In all these efforts, our vision is to make the Islamic world not a follower but a leader in the age of the leader in the age of AI, rooted in our heritage, open to the future. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, from legacy to new contributions, the question before us is not only how do we honor our past, the deeper question is how do we turn that legacy into living contribution for the future of humanity. We must move from celebration to creation, from remembering Al-Khwarizmi to nurturing the next Muslim data scientist, from admiring Ibn Sina to training artificial intelligence powered medical researchers in Cairo, in Karachi, in Kuala Lumpur, and so on and so forth. This can be my dream, as I wish that it should be the dream of everyone of my age or the youngers. If Islamic civilization, ladies and gentlemen, once gave the world algebra, optics, hospitals, and even in chemistry, why can we not today give the world ethical AI, sustainable energy solutions, or breakthrough in climate resilience? It's a big topic. Brothers and sisters, we stand at a threshold in history, just as our forebears lit the lamps of knowledge that guided humanity through centuries. We are called to light new lamps, lamps of wisdom, ethics, and innovation in the age of AI. We should revive Islamic scientific heritage not as a nostalgia, but as a living mission. And we should also embrace AI not as a threat, but as a trust to be guided by ourselves.